there, Retro Gamers. David here with Game Overcast. So thank you for joining us again. I am the Game Over CEO, and I'm happy to be with you again. This is a Friday show, so let's start off the weekend with a great show. Also, this weekend, I'll be in Washington again. So I'm traveling a lot lately. We have, TN left, our beloved former district manager of Game Over left.
TN.
I know, I'm sorry, Dan, but yeah, TN has moved on, and we still love him. He's still wonderful, but we've replaced him now. So, we love it. We love him, but
Out with the old,
in with the new. But we have to. We can't just have a position like that open. We have to fill it. So, but we have filled it, and I actually have two district managers now. So we've kind of split up the store coverage a little bit, and so now there's additional coverage that way. But the two new district managers are Jake and Rick, and so we'll have to get both of them on the show at some point. Just gentle suggestion there. But yeah, so I've been going around training them at the stores and, going on store visits and just, showing them the ropes and where the stores are and where, to check the mailboxes and all that kind of good stuff. So that's going well. But going to Washington this weekend. So Jake, the new district manager up there, and we've got a new store manager starting in Tacoma. And so, some other stuff to catch up on. So I'll be up in Washington this weekend. And then, let's see, I was in Houston yesterday, Washington this weekend, and then I'll be in Arlington on Monday. I feel like I'm like a musician, like a rock star. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, I got 3 dates coming up, man. You got to check me out in Houston. If you miss that, check me out up in Seattle. And then after that, I'm going to Arlington, Texas. So
you're going to have, what is it called when you follow?
I need like groupies where like I get off the plane and there's like signs like, David, No. I can't believe it. He's in my town. I can't believe it. Not yet. No, that's too soon. Way too soon. Way too soon.
When you follow a band on tour? What's that called? There's a word for that.
When you're a groupie. Isn't that a groupie when you follow a band?
Groupie's like you go backstage, but I don't know.
What?
Maybe it's not.
You're talking about like a fan group? I
don't know.
Do we need a Game Overcast fan group?
Just a David fan group.
A David fan group? Oh my gosh, no, I don't want that. I always try and hide behind the Game Over, part of this whole thing, and this show really more than anything has put me kind of in the front of Game Over, but normally I'm fine to be in the background. Like, sure. I don't want it to be David's video game store. It's like Game Over, and I'm like this little person that like just kind of behind the scenes, pulling the strings like the wizard in the Wizard of Oz, and but my goal is nobody to ever see me. I'm just back there behind the curtain, doing the working the magic. So anyway, but yes, so the world tour continues this weekend, and so training the new district managers, visiting stores, getting around to all of our Game Over stores. I like to travel as much as I can, and so yeah, it's going to be an exciting couple of days here coming up. But now let's get on with the show. Let's go to level 1 and see what's going on in current events in gaming. And we're back with level 1, gaming news. What's going on in the world of gaming? And some national news with gaming, or global news, I guess. FIFA games are going to end. Aw, no more FIFA. Apparently what they're doing is with FIFA 23, which will be the next one coming out, I think, in the fall, that'll be the last one called FIFA. And it's weird because they're gonna okay. The first weird thing is after FIFA 23, they're gonna call them EA Sports FC. Because everything soccer, it's like called FC, like football club. That's like a global kind of term. Anyway, but so that's fine. But it's a little weird, a little generic. It's like EA Football. That was a bit. Is their football game.
That was a bit misleading. They are not going to stop making soccer.
They're not gonna, no, soccer games is like apparently it's their highest selling game franchise. Which I was kind of surprised because you'd think Madden football.
Well, globally.
But globally, yeah, soccer / football, what everybody else calls football, is the bigger thing. But I guess it's like a licensing thing, a naming thing. But so they're doing away with the FIFA name, but it's going to be called EA Sports FC. But they say it's going to have the same licensed teams, the stadiums. They're going to have 19,000 players, 700 teams, 100 stadiums, 30 different leagues. So that's crazy. That's way more than like a Madden football or basketball game or something. That's every league from around the world. So that's pretty crazy. But maybe that's why, because FIFA's kind of isn't FIFA more of, I don't know soccer as well, but isn't FIFA more of like a U.S. thing? And so other leagues around the
You're
like
talking
around the world?
wrong.
Am I?
No idea.
Okay. You know less than I do about
Yeah.
soccer. I mean, Austin just got a soccer team, like Austin FC, and so
I know
we're
that.
excited about that. My kids love soccer and everything, but I love soccer. But outside of the U.S., I'm not really sure. Maybe that's what it was. It was either a money thing, or it was like taking the FIFA name away makes it more global, because then people in other leagues that are not affiliated with FIFA will feel like it's their game too, because it doesn't have that FIFA name on it. I don't know. But in any event, the name FIFA on the soccer game from EA goes away. But of course, the games, they keep on coming. EA cranks those games out every year. So they will keep on doing that.
Do it.
In other news, let's see, Sonic Origins. We've mentioned it on the show before. Apparently, there's some backlash on that people don't like, that you're going to have to pay for animated menus on there, like it's a digital like DLC type thing for the menus, which is a weird thing to pay for, I guess. And then also the fact that they're taking all the old Sonic games off of a lot of the other digital marketplaces. So like the only way to get them now is going to be on Sonic Origins for most of the old Sonic games, which is really weird. I mean, it's for the business side, it makes sense, right? Because they want you buying the new thing, so they're going to just take it away from everywhere else. So you have to buy the new thing if you want to play anything Sonic. But it's also not cool, because if you want to just buy like one of the Sonic games, the classic games, you won't be able to buy it separately. You'll have to buy the Origins pack. That'll be the only way to get them. So that's a little disappointing, and some people are really mad about that, of course, and online complain about it, of course, because that's what people do online. But anyway, there's that. In more retro-specific gaming news, there's a World Video Game Hall of Fame, which, I don't know, I guess that makes sense. There is one. I don't know if I've heard of this one before, but it's in New York. It's in the Strong National Museum of Play. So I guess that's a museum in Rochester, New York, and they have a Video Game Hall of Fame. And so just like, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or anything else, like every year they induct, new nominees into the organization. And so this year, this month in May, they announced that they're inducting Miss Pac-Man, Dance Dance Revolution,
Awesome.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Sid Meier's Civilization. So those 4 games going in.
I was kidding about the man with Ocarina.
Everybody loves Ocarina of Time. I was wondering why you said that. I was like,
what can I say?
okay. Well, I don't want to judge, I mean, to me, on one level, like you'd hear Dance Dance Revolution and you're like, really? Like in some kind of Hall of Fame?
DDR's awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, but it was never my thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think of iconic games, like the original, like Dance Dance Revolution is one of the games that started that whole thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, before that, maybe there was the NES Power Pad or something, you could argue it's not the first touch, pad thing, but
in Japan, that genre was pretty big in Japan.
Yes.
And then in the US, it took off because of DDR. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was much bigger overseas than in the US, I think, but at a time, I mean, it really created a whole new genre of games. And so, each one of these is iconic in that sense. Like Miss Pac-Man, obviously iconic, one of the most popular female game characters of all time. But Pac-Man, one of the most well-known games of all time. But that's, like classic arcade. Then you got Dance Dance, which started the new, like, movement-based video games. Legend of Zelda, those games, always iconic, but especially, like, Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time, the 2 best ever, I would say. And then Civilization. I mean, those type of sim, like city building, world building type games, that's, a genre in itself. That this was one of the founding members of that genre also. So really iconic games, and so congrats to them for getting into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. So cool. And then also in retro news, apparently Pringles had a marketing thing that came out where they came up with a Pringles Sonic 8-bit Pringles chip. I don't know. You could download. I don't know, but apparently you could download this thing that was like, I guess, a game or a contest, and if you could figure it out, if you could, figure out how to download it and how to, get into the thing, you would unlock a Pringles chip, and the Pringles chip would like make sounds like biting a Pringles chip. I'm sorry, it's a news story. I
don't understand.
I haven't downloaded the Pringles chip. I don't know what it's like, but it sounded interesting, so I thought I'd mention it on the show. But I don't know. I like Pringles though.
Is it an NFT? Like, what is this?
It sounds like an NFT, but it's something that you could actually play. Like, it's a thing that you can download and like.
Pringles chip as an 8-bit game.
Yes, but it looks like a Pringles chip kind of dances across the screen, and there's some, I don't know.
Great.
I don't know what kind of
Slow
game you...
news week, huh, David?
In other news, there was some tumbleweed out in the desert, and it just drifted across the prairie.
Firsthand.
Yeah. Oh, and I watched it for hours, just drift along the desert. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of a slow week. And again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you get all of your news from me in this show, you're doing something wrong. Because, I'm not really a newsman. I'm not really like the source for news. I just look at other things online, and then I just kind of tell you about some of the things I find interesting. So it's more like a curator of specific stories. Not all news. You don't get all your news from me. That's wrong. Watch CNN or something if you want news. If you want to be depressed, do that. Yeah, I actually didn't have a whole lot of time to prep for the show because I've been traveling a lot this week. And, so I actually thought that I would just come out here and just do something really that we could talk about for a long time. It'd be totally non-confrontational, like just talk about like religion or politics or abortion or...
Move on, quick.
But we could talk for hours and it'd be totally, not controversial or anything, right? No. Video games. Focus on video games. Yeah. So that's all the video game related news we can talk about. So let's go on to level 2 company info and find out what's going on at your local Game Over video game store. And we're back with level 2, the company info. What's going on at your local Game Over video game store? Well, what is going on at your local store? Do you know? No? Well, then let me tell you. Let me tell you what's going on. We've got sales. Of course, we always have sales going on. And you get all the scoop on your sales right here on the show. So I know that's the main reason everybody watches is what's the next sale? So here it is. So right now when you're watching the show, because you watch in week 1, right? Because you're all awesome. So right now from May 13th to May 19th is a Game Boy Advance and original DS game sale. So all the games for the GBA and the original DS, not 3DS, and not the older Game Boy games, just Game Boy Advance and DS, 20% off. That's in all the retail stores. Plus, you can shop online with coupon code DSGBA20. So DSGBA20. That's your discount code. You have to type in the code to get the discount. If you don't type in the code, sorry, no discount. The next sale, if you're a little slow to watch the show, you watch it maybe, a week or two after it comes out. The next sale is going to be May 20th to 26th. And that is PSP, PSP games and movies. Those are all 20% off. And that's online code PSP20. So that one you can get in the retail stores or online as well. And there's quite a bit of PSP, games out there. And a lot of people may not even know this. Like, they released a whole bunch of movies on PSP too. And most of them are super cheap in our stores to start with. Like, they're mostly around like $4 or $5. And so 20% off, I guess it'd be like $4 or something, or less. So anyway, so pick some of those up, the next time you're at a Game Over store during that big sale. Also, in this month of May, we do a trade-in bounty on Nintendo Switch games. So right now, each store has a board up by the door that shows which Switch games and accessories they're wanting, which they need for their stores, and then, how much they're paying for them. So check that out in your local Game Over store and, help us out. Help us fill our Switch sections in the stores. It's one of the most heavily shopped sections. We get a lot of Switch games, but they sell like that. So it's hard to actually, build up stock on that department. So help us out. Bring us some of the stuff you're already done with on your Switch. Let's see. Upcoming events. This weekend, actually, if you're an early watcher of the show, this weekend, May 14th, is the next Super Retro Challenge. That is a free retro gaming tournament happening at certain Game Over stores. That's the store in Bellevue, Washington, the store in South Austin, the one in Arlington, Texas, the one in, Selma by San Antonio, and the one on 1960 in Houston on the north side. So those 5 stores are all doing free tournaments Saturday, May 14th. If you missed that, or if you're watching the show after that, the next one is going to be June 11th. So it's always the second Saturday of every month in those same stores. If you want to find out what game it is, you can look at their local Facebook pages and get the info on the game, the system, the rules, sign-up times, anything like that. You can get that all on their local Facebook pages. So definitely check that out for some fun and free retro gaming action. In Classic Game Fest news, we're just over 2 months away. I mean, this is really starting to build now. The hype is real for this thing. More booths, more guests, more bands. It just keeps, we add to it every week, and it gets bigger and bigger. Over 110 now, different vendors, artists, guests, bands. it's really unreal, the lineup for this year. We're making announcements weekly, so if you sign up for our email list for Classic Game Fest, you'll get those announcements, and also follow the social media. And we'll announce, every week we're announcing some of the new guests and bands and things. Excuse me. So right now I've got a list. I'm going to run down what we've got so far, just to bring you up to speed on Classic Game Fest. So Jordan's Cosplay. One of the big local cosplayers, going to be helping with judging the costume contest. George G to the Next Level Grayson, YouTuber. Brian Kaelin, creator of Rampage, General Chaos, other great games. He's a great guy, artist. Paul Niemeyer, the original Mortal Kombat artist, is going to be there. Tim Kitzrow, the voice of NBA Jam, Boom Shakalaka. Brett Weiss, author, YouTuber, cool guy, supported the retro scene. Jeffrey Wittenhagen and Frank Wood from Premium Edition Games. They release, games on Switch and other consoles. Then we've got a bunch of bands lined up. You like music? You like video game music? You'll see that nonstop all weekend long at Classic Game Fest. Just so far, we've got Creative Mindframe 1-Up. We got the Arcadian, we got Descendants of Erdrick, we got DJ Brockman, we got Bitforce, we got K Murdoch, we got Zero Wolf, we got Gross Angel, and we got Masters of Unlocking. Great musical lineup, all kinds of genres. We're adding more to it. As we get closer to, so there will be more guests and more bands added over the next month or two, I guess, leading up to CGF. But it's an amazing lineup. I mean, it's one of the biggest retro gaming events in the country, certainly the biggest in Texas. So if you only go to one retro gaming show in Texas this year, it has to be Classic Game Fest. It just has to, or else you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're going to the wrong ones, man. Don't do that. So anyway, tickets on sale now at ClassicGameFest.com. The wristbands just came in, and we're getting those out to Game Over stores soon. They'll be selling them in Game Over stores also. But definitely buy in advance. It is going to be more expensive at the door, and so you don't want to be that person that's like, counting out your dollar bills or whatever at the, in the line, and everybody's waiting on you. So have your wristband or pre-bought ticket online in advance.
Yeah, don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk. Don't do that. Don't make us count out your ones and bring here's my jar of quarters from the house. Jing 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 jing. No, don't do that. Don't be that guy. We don't want that. So anyway, but CGF is going to be awesome, and on top of that, or to wrap up that talk of CGF, I have an official unveiling. Yeah, that's right. I almost said unveiling. That's not right.
Unveiling is right.
Unveiling is right?
Yeah. It's
okay.
Veiled.
It's veiled.
You're deveiling it. Deveil the thing.
Deveil! All right, so this is the official CGF poster for this year.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Look at that sweet thing. Love it. It's so cool.
Hot stuff.
Some of it's not necessarily to scale, like Dan and I were talking about this earlier. The Genesis is a little small, maybe that's a mini. And the stick on the Atari joystick is quite nice and long there. But it's great. I love it. So, getting the cool posters every year is one of my favorite things. Being able to have a new design each time, and each time I feel like we outdo ourselves. I love every poster we've had, over the years, and then I see another one and I'm like, ooh, I like that one too. So I don't think we've ever had a bad poster. So I like them all. So the posters are in. The posters are going up at your local Game Over stores. We'll also be putting them up around town at various places, especially around Texas. So if you work at a local gaming shop, comic shop, anime, any kind of cool, nerdy, store that would like some CGF posters, you can email me at, if you email info at classicgamefest.com, that'll come to my Classic Game Fest account, and then let me know where you work or whatever, and I'll try and get you some posters or flyers that you can hand out or put up at your local store. We'd love your help to help spread the word of CGF, because it's going to be an amazing year. So yeah, you will see posters and wristbands and all that kind of stuff starting to go out now to local places, including your local Game Over video game store, of course. So anyway, so yeah, CGF is rocking. It's already on fire, and it's still 2 months away. So be ready for the big one. It's coming. All right, now let's go on to level 3, the feature section of the show, which is going to be very exciting. So let's go there now. And we're back with level 3, the feature section of the show. And today I'm going to do some gameplay, some live gameplay, live on tape, I guess. And so Dan has picked out the game, and he picked Marble Madness.
It's so easy. You'll have a great time.
Yeah, I kind of remember this game, and I don't know. I don't think I've ever really been good at this game. I've played it a few times, but I don't know. I guess I remember it being kind of hard. I don't know. But Dan says it's fun and it'll be good for the show, and which probably means I'm going to suck at it.
Some good music in there.
Good music, yeah. It does seem really cool though. Let's see here. So I'm going to see if I can get this going. I have to have the TV on. Watch this. See, when you get the blinking screen, watch this. One finger. Right? Ready? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Reset. Oh, close. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Reset. Oh.
So close.
Okay. I might need some rubbing alcohol on here. I could just blow on it, just old school.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're not supposed to do that, but...
Don't do it. Don't blow on it.
Don't blow on it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Reset. Okay, I'm going to have to rubbing alcohol this.
Alright, rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Where's the rubbing alcohol?
Yeah, sorry. We should have had rubbing alcohol over here.
I got you.
Yeah, there's a thing and a Q-tip over there.
This and a Q-tip. Rubber bands.
We're totally prepared, see? Totally prepared.
Here's a used one.
It does seem like a really clean cart, but it's just one of those
I'm
things.
going to give you the used one because I can't
That's
find
fine.
a clean one.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so... And this could be a learning experience for the show. Like, when your cartridge games don't work, or if somebody comes into your store saying, hey, I bought this Marble Madness, and it's, like, broken because my screen just, like, flickers, and, it just doesn't come up, or you get this, like, this garble, messed up stuff.
You mean my 37-year-old system doesn't work perfectly every time?
I know. It's weird, isn't it? Because, you would expect something that's decades old, that's been touched and handled,
in grandma's basement
by children and stored in very, unprotected, places over the years, that would be good. But yeah, so you put a little rubbing alcohol with a Q-tip on there, wiggle it around side to side, up and down.
Skadoosh.
There we go. Boom. So that's my trick. That's not my trick. That's everybody's trick.
That's the trick.
That's the trick. So rubbing alcohol, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Gross.
Return that to the supply closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're playing old cartridge games, that's just what you need. You need to have that handy. All right, so we're going to play some Marble Madness. So let me get the controller out here. All right, so, and can you see this on the screen, Dan?
I would be a poor videographer if you could.
All right, here, I'm going to put this over there. Okay. So, Marble Madness. Let's see here.
Put your name in there.
Oh, you going to rename first?
Yeah.
It already knows I'm going to be awesome. Okay, so D. Oh, this has a long... It's not just 3 letters, so I can put in, like, David in here. Okay.
Put David...
Dot...
2.
No, I'll just put David in there. Why would I put anything else?
I don't know. What does rub mean?
It's like a race. Rub, like...
That's a weird way to say erase.
Okay. David. Boom. Okay. 90 degrees or 45
I
degrees?
think that has to do with how you control the ball.
Oh, like whether you hold your controller like that or like this?
No, it's like how tight your turns are going to be or something. Try A.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The music in this game is so good.
Yeah.
So the faster you get through the level, the more time you have. You better go.
Okay, I'm going. Okay. So you just try and just roll down, but like don't fall off the path, right?
Yeah, like that. Don't do that.
Okay. Now I'm starting to remember this game as being a real pain in the butt.
Boom! You got it.
Okay. That's good. I win. All right. And now on to the boss battle.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's more? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is like level 2?
This is the second level, yes. Watch out for the black ball.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, you cracked like an egg. Gotta go down the ramp.
Uh-oh.
Watch out.
Damn it. My ball doesn't seem to have that good a control.
Got it.
Got it.
Oh no, those will eat you. Watch out.
Okay. No, I was on that bridge.
That bridge will go down. There you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was up. I see. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like a little hydraulic.
You know what's
okay.
great about this game is there's no lives. You just keep dying until you do.
You just keep dying over and over and over
Go down
again.
the funnel.
The funnel. Okay. Okay. Let's go down there. I went in the funnel.
Be better.
Hey, there we go. Cool. Oh, damn. That is a skinny little thing to be on. Okay, this is the worst game ever.
No, it's good. You just gotta get better at it. Maybe the direction you're pushing.
Ah, stop it.
Come on.
Ah.
I want to come over there and do it for you, but it's not gonna help you. You need to learn.
I have to learn for my own self.
Yeah. Go again.
Okay, so
Are you still David?
it's been a while. In my defense, I know I have played this before. I probably have been equally
You gotta put
frustrated.
your name in? Just forget it.
Okay, I'm just gonna put D in
D.
this. I'll be
Big D.
DK. I'll be DK.
Donkey Kong.
That's right.
You can get to this first level in 5 seconds.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, now I'm not gonna be timid. I'm just gonna go for it here. Okay.
10 seconds. That was good.
Boom.
You get it?
Didn't even die once.
The steep learning curve.
Yeah.
Difficulty curve.
Okay. Move it, black ball. Okay, okay. Ah.
Maybe don't do the funnel this time.
Okay. Ah. Hey, get off of me. Alright. I'm sorry to all of the audio listeners of the show.
No, they got
because aside from the cool music,
it is cool music.
but they're missing out on watching me just die horrendously over and over again.
You're going too fast. You gotta take your time with this thing.
I'm not trying to go fast there. It's just I keep sliding off the thing. Okay, well at least it starts me there. Okay. Alright, good. It's not real easy to control this ball, by the way. Like, it has a mind of its own. You're kind of like, you're working against gravity to move this thing. Oh, man.
Bummer, dude.
This is embarrassing. Okay.
It's a tough game. Not easy.
I'm not even on the board.
No, you gotta get at least 10 250.
What did I get to?
Like 6,000.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Alright. DK. I don't know if I even want to take credit for this. Pretty soon I'm going to I'll put your initials in or something.
You better let me play.
No, you can't play. It's a one-player game. Sorry. Alright.
It's 2-player turns, I believe.
Okay. Alright. Cool. Oh, I only got 4,900 on that bonus. Okay. So if I can just finish this one, I might make it onto the board.
Yeah.
For the 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Level 3 is actually a little easier than this one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have you played this game recently?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this game is my jam.
That's your jam?
Yeah, I played it
Oh,
back
man.
in the day.
I'm sure I have played this back in the day, but I have not played this in any day recent to now. Oh, hell. Come on now. Really? Alright.
You're on a time crunch.
I know!
Alright. This is where you ran out of time last time, so you're doing great. You're doing much better.
Okay.
This is the Dark Souls of marble games.
Okay. Oh, come on! Okay. Finally, okay.
You gotta go run across that spider web. Oh, yes! You did it! On the board!
It's so easy.
Did you put your name on? Okay, level 2.
Did I make it up to 10,000?
Go.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, this is like an actual maze to get through here.
Watch out for that ramp. You gotta slow yourself down.
Hey, it already just takes me right past it. I like it.
Don't hit the ooze.
Don't hit the ooze.
It'll suck you down.
Okay.
You gotta run.
Look at that. Smooth. What the heck?
Thin little,
Oh, I gotta go down. I see. Okay, I see what I have to do now.
really quick, though. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Got that momentum going.
Oh, get me off.
You gotta go ahead of the... No, you gotta go ahead of the wave. The wave's gonna push you off. You gotta get ahead of it.
Can I just go the other way?
Yeah. You only got 2 seconds, though.
Hey, but look, I got 13,000. That means I made the board.
Hey!
Ooh, look at that, number 9. All
Battery
right.
save on that one?
I don't know. Maybe. You want to see?
Let's see. How do you get to the high scores? You gotta play again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
You were gonna play again anyway.
I probably was. We should do the 45 degree. What is that?
You just try it out.
Okay, here, let's do the 45 degree.
I'm not really sure, actually.
Okay, DK.
DK.
It looks the same.
Well, it's the control type. Does it feel different? You're dying more. Oh, okay. I think I know.
It doesn't really feel different.
I think if you're holding the controller diagonally, then you get better, like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, like on Qbert, where you,
Right.
you try and hold the controller at an angle.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Does that make sense?
I don't know, I mean, I can hold it like normal, and it still kind of works, kind of.
I believe in you.
Well, that's one of us that believes in me.
You gotta admit, though, the music in this game is pretty slapping.
The music is pretty good. Is it slapping? Is that what the kids say?
That's what I say.
Okay. I've never heard someone say music is slapping.
It slaps.
Slaps?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do, do. Do, 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 do,
Stop.
The challenge is also to host a podcast simultaneously, so
Yeah.
you've got more of a challenge than the average Marble Madness player. Go!
It seems like to me the 45 degree thing, it just moves a little slower,
Maybe
but it
that's
doesn't
better.
it doesn't really seem to affect the controls much. Maybe it is more of an angle, but because I'm facing this way, maybe it just doesn't seem to make
Maybe
much
that's
difference to
better.
me. Okay, well that's not ideal.
Do, do, do.
Okay. Dang. I like how the little dustpan comes and like cleans me up. So get your messy ball remnants out of here. Uh-oh.
Magic wand.
Okay, cool.
You gonna try the other way this time?
Yeah, I'll definitely try the other way if I can get to that point. Okay, so... come on now. Hey!
Up
Nice.
that ramp, up the ramp. Go, go, go! Woo! Level 4, baby!
Man. 17,000.
Nice.
Oh, hell.
Good luck. I never beat this level.
Okay.
Maybe I did. Oh, vacuums.
Vacuums. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Wow.
No?
You gotta go to the middle part. You
How do I can't get up there. I've got to go down here, right?
gotta go down the middle.
I am in the middle.
You have to start here and do an angle that way so you have momentum. There you go. Catapult. Catapult. Skadoosh.
Whoa.
Those will pop you up if you aren't careful. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That level's terrible.
That is terrible.
I like the catapult though. It's fun.
And I'm still just
17.
9th place.
You pushed your own self off the board. Wait. Yeah, you did.
No, it took me off because I had over 10, I think. So it doesn't save. There's no save battery in there. Yeah, but a lot of them don't save. Or maybe the battery's just dead.
What kind of old crappy system is this? Piece of junk?
There's no online trophies I can brag about with my friends? No. There's no record of this happening ever. So, should we go again?
Let's do one more.
One more?
One more and then we'll call it a day.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's do D to the K. N. I'm going to go back to 90. I think 90 was my sweet spot.
I want to see you beat level 4.
Okay. I'll do that. Just for you. I'll do it for you.
You're a pro now.
Well, now I'm into the madness.
You've caught the Marble Madness.
I've caught the madness. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Okay. Stop hitting me.
Oh, he don't like you.
I've been blackballed. Hey, get off me. What the heck? What does it start me way over there? That wasn't where I was.
You gotta get down to the bottom part to get the next checkpoint.
Ugh. It's just like, it's so hard to change your...
Have you forgotten everything I've taught you?
It's hard to change your momentum. It's like, you know, it's already rolling one way, and then you push the other way, but you have to really push the other way for a long time to get it to go that other way.
That's how real sentient marbles move, David.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Whew, man.
You're really cutting it close here.
I know, I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Okay, I might be able to do it.
You got this.
I got this. Okay. No, get down.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Skip it. Fine.
Just run. Just go. There's no time. There's no time!
Oh, come on. I had that. Come on, we're going this way. We're not going the other way. I don't care how many times I die. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Make it. Get up that ramp.
You gotta, like, start lower and then use the momentum.
Yeah.
Bummer, dude. Hey, we saw level 4, though.
We saw level 4. That's pretty good for somebody that... Oh, and then now I'm on the bottom 2 spots on there. 9 and 10.
Level 4 Marble Madness.
Okay, well, in my defense, I haven't played this probably since I was a kid. I mean, this has been a long time, but I know I played it before.
It's the kind of thing
I think I had the same result, where like it's really fun to start to play, and then after a while you just get so frustrated.
No, it's the kind of thing that like you can get better at. You know, like you started out, you were horrible, and then you got to level 4.
Well,
you know,
I prefer not good to horrible.
You're pretty horrible.
Okay. All right. Well, will that go in there? No, it won't, because of course. Okay.
You gotta read the manual next time.
Yeah. What's the story of Marble Madness? Let me just look real quick.
Story.
In the beginning, there were big balls.
Let me scooch this over.
Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. There is no story.
No, there's no story.
There's no story.
It's marbles when they went mad.
No, the madness is the people playing with the marbles. We're the ones that go mad. The marbles are just normal marbles. They're just being marbles. That's all they can do. They're just being themselves. So you be you, marbles. I will bring the madness. All right. Well, that was fun. So now let's go on to level 4, the boss battles. And we're back with level 4, the boss battle. So the boss battle this week, I did not have time to prepare. So my boss battle is the battle for coming up with boss battles. So I'm sorry, but I guess that was a bit of a tease that we even had a segment, but we really don't. So there is no boss battle. This week, the boss is just trying to survive, just trying to get through the normal work week and get all my crap done and visit stores and do a podcast and just normal life. So life is a boss battle sometimes. You know, I think all of us have been there where it's just you don't have time to do stuff, so I do it the best I can. But yeah, the actual specific boss battle just didn't happen this week. So sorry about that, guys. But we're just going to go on to the bonus level now because I like that segment better anyway. So let's go to the bonus level and fan feedback now. And we're back with the bonus level fan feedback. The end of the show, always save the best for last. This is where you get to send in your comments. Comment on YouTube, email me podcast@gameovervideogames.com, and I share the feedback with everyone here and let you know what you're thinking of the show. So got some good comments. Awesome. Maniac Mansion we talked about last week, saying that's a historical game. That was awesome. Keep up the great work. One comment said, yeah, I butter my bread. Apparently Dan said something, I don't even remember what you said last week, something about buttering your bread. Yep. And Larry mentioned that too, and this guy mentioned that, and so I don't remember what the comment was, but oh well, he butters his bread. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, Dan is corrupting the show with his comments under his breath that everybody can still hear in the show.
Making it interesting.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad one of us is making it interesting. All right. Let's see. Ricky used to work at EB Games in San Antonio, and it sounds like about the same time I worked at EB Games in Austin, so that's kind of funny. But apparently he worked at an EB Games in San Antonio, and then he was there when Tim Duncan, legend player of the NBA team, the San Antonio Spurs, came into the store with some friends, and they were looking at like PS2 stuff. And he said they spent like 30 minutes in the store shopping around and ended up buying each of his friends a PS2 and some games and spent like $2,000. And so that's pretty cool. So cool story and really neat for him to be there at that time when he came in. And so he was asking us what celebrities have shopped at Game Over, or has somebody walked in and spent an insane amount of money? And I've been thinking about this question, and I really don't have a good answer. I know we've had a lot of celebrities come in, a lot of YouTubers, have come into our stores over the years, from, the beginnings of YouTube. A lot of them started, coming in here, and whether they say good things or bad things, we have had a lot of YouTubers come in and shoot in the stores. But as for non-YouTube celebrities, probably the biggest one I can think of is Ernie Klein, who's the author of Ready Player One and Armada, and he wrote the Fanboys movie about the waiting in line for the new Star Wars movie back I guess about 20 years ago now. But the biggest thing is Ready Player One. He wrote that book, and that became a big budget movie for Steven Spielberg, and he's a customer of ours. He shops in our North Austin store, and he did it before he was famous, and he's come in after he's been famous. So he's been in our store, from time to time over many years now. Super cool guy, very nice and casual and approachable, and he'll chat it up with whoever's in the store. And a lot of times I think they don't really know who he is, because he just looks like a normal guy, except he occasionally will show up in a DeLorean. So if they look out the window, they might know it's him if they see the car. But yeah, no, that's the one I can think of off the top of my head is him, and luckily, like I said, he's just a super nice guy. He's come to Classic Game Fest several times too. It's been several years. We need to get him back to Classic Game Fest. And what's funny is he always buys he would buy Atari games, Atari 2600. He likes the really old, really, really unusual type stuff. Really specific type of collector, Atari games and television, stuff like that. But anyway, very nice guy, very cool, celebrity to come in. Let's see, other than him.
Richard Garriott? Mike Micah?
They've come to Classic Game Fest in the past, yeah. But I don't know if they've come in Game Over. They might have. They might have it just, not at a time I was there or when anybody recognized them or something.
I've had some local developers come in.
Yeah, lots of local developers.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that maybe, iconic, people in the gaming industry or in local, celebrities. But just the people working in the store at the time maybe didn't recognize who they were. So we just don't really know. But I know a lot of people, come into the store and, and we've had, Game Over on multiple like news, channels and stuff like that. Doing various reports like, cool local shops for Christmas and stuff like that. We'd get on a lot of those kind of news stories. What else? Oh, I got another one for you. So this is back in the way back beginning. And so if you follow our YouTube channel, you can still see videos of this. You have to look way back, like try and find the oldest videos on there. And there was a thing called MTV's Gaming Block, where MTV did a series of stuff on like game development, and they did a thing in Austin. And while they were here, they filmed part of the segments in our store. So they interviewed Richard Garriott, for the show, and some other local developers and stuff, and some of the like the intros and like transitional pieces they filmed in the original Game Over store in North Austin. And so there was a guy named Sway that has like the big like dreadlocks, and he normally wears like a hat, and so he came in the store, and so I actually got to watch them, film that stuff. I got to meet him in person and see them film those little intros and segments in our stores, and they are posted on our YouTube channel.
I found it. You want to put it in the description?
You found it? Yeah. Okay. So Dan found the link, so he'll add that to the description on this one, so you can follow the link straight to that video. But it's pretty cool, and so I know MTV is like, I don't know if anybody watches MTV now. Do they watch MTV now? Is that a thing?
I don't know what MTV is.
I don't know what it is now, but like back then, it was even mostly getting into shows and stuff like this, like documentaries on gaming. But at least it was still, cool, and you would see really cool stories and stuff like that. And so this was a really cool series they did on gaming in Austin. And so we were on that and got to meet him. So those might be my two celebrity stories. And those are people that I know and got to meet personally too in the stores. So that's cool and that's fun for me. But yeah, there's probably some like, after this podcast, I'm going to have people, like former employees be like, don't you remember when so-and-so came in? And I'll be like, oh yeah, because I probably forgot. Especially the first few years of Game Over, because during that time it was just me in the stores, or at least me and other people in the stores. So I was in the stores a lot and got to interact with customers a lot. And there are probably some that I'm just forgetting. And then more recently, there's probably, some that just the employees in the store may not recognize. A lot of our employees now are, like 20 years old. And so they might not recognize someone who is a gaming celebrity, or a celebrity of any kind that's over the age of, 40 or 50, because they just might not know of them or what they look like. But anyway, so it's always cool to have brushes with celebrity. So that's really cool. And as far as spending like insane amounts of money, I don't know. I can't think of somebody that really like, really cleaned us out or like really had some kind of massive haul of purchases. We've had massive trade-ins. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I've had video game stores that have gone out of business that have brought like all their stuff, like just box after box, and just like all the stuff they couldn't sell at their store or whatever, and bought inventory and what else? Yeah. So no, I can't really think of a huge like noteworthy purchase. There's definitely some people that come in regularly that spend lots of money, like thousands of dollars with us. There's some businesses too. Like I know there's some people that purchase from our website that have like video game businesses, and they'll just purchase to like, I guess, restock their stores or whatever. And, but nothing super crazy, like nothing over $1,000, I don't think. Maybe a couple thousand. But anyway, so that's all I've got on that. But really good question. So thanks for reaching out. And it's funny that, we were both like EB buddies back in the day. Like I was running one of the big Austin stores and you were running the San Antonio one. So that's really cool. Larry Larry commented. Larry. He's like a regular commenter now. So every week, we love Larry. We're going to try and get him on the show. So he has emailed me now. So we're going to set something up maybe for next week. So maybe, fingers crossed, we'll get Larry on the show next week. And we'll do some cool stuff on the show. But I got bad news because he said, Dan, you lost some points. You lost some cred with Larry. So it might go back to being I'm his dude, and we're not his dudes. I'm his dude again. Because he said he didn't like what you had to say about MCU last week, about all the movies being the same.
Look,
we're talking about like Star Wars and MCU, and so he's like, Dan, you're losing some cred.
Superheroes. I wasn't never into.
I know none of us grew up with superheroes, but now it's the age of superheroes.
Everybody grew up with superheroes.
Well, but it wasn't like it is now. Everything's a superhero movie now.
I don't know.
But
I grew up with Star Wars.
Okay, well, anyway, so he didn't like that comment, but he did get to see Doctor Strange 2, and this is what he said. He said he saw Doctor Strange 2, and it was interesting, to say the least, is what he said. So he didn't say it was great. He didn't say it was horrible. He said interesting, to say the least.
But he's mad at me for not liking them.
But see, that doesn't mean that he didn't like it. He just said it's interesting. And I think that's what from what I gather from the show. I haven't seen the movie yet, the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. But from what I gather, it is like just a real hodgepodge of like all kinds of different characters and worlds that kind of come together and, obviously creating or explaining the whole multiverse concept. And so it's a lot of crisscrossing potential storylines or past storylines or potential future storylines that who knows which direction Marvel's going to go with it. But kind of like, Spider-Man No Way Home, had kind of the multiverse, beginning, and then this is just going to have just crazy stuff. So I don't know. I want to see it, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really go much into it. But I thought that was interesting, to say the least, that he said his comment was, it's interesting, to say the least.
To each their own, Larry.
To each their own.
Love you, dude.
Okay, so Dan says he loves you, Larry, so hopefully y'all can make up and be dudes again. He loved the posters. So yeah, those posters are pretty awesome, right? Like all the Game Over stores have those now, I think. There's only a few that don't have them that will get them either this weekend or Monday at the latest. So by Monday, what is the date Monday? I don't know, the 15th? 13th, 14th, 16th. So by the 16th of May, we should have all the Neo Geo stuff in the stores and all the posters in the stores, plus some new records and vinyls in the stores. Plus the CGF wristbands should be in the Texas stores. So a lot of stuff is being distributed right now on these visits I'm going on this week. So those will be in the stores now. But he liked the posters. He said the phone call was funny to Lucasfilm, so that was funny. And when he comes on the show, he suggested do like a show and tell or a 2-player game or a co-op game or something like that. So yeah, we'll figure something out, but we'll do something fun on the show. But it'll be fun to get him on. So loves the videos as usual. So yeah, thanks for the feedback, Larry. We always appreciate that. So that's it for the show. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening on the podcast platforms. Thanks for, if you're on YouTube, not only watching, but hit the subscribe button, click on it, get those little dings when we put new videos up. And I don't know, look at all the old videos on the site, like the old MTV thing from like, I don't know what that was, like 15 years ago. So you never know. You'll find some cool videos if you look at the old videos on the Game Over YouTube channel. Yeah, 2007. So exactly 15 years ago, right? Crazy. You might see some old videos of me. Won't that be funny? So anyway, so thanks for your support. Thanks for listening to our podcast, watching the YouTube channel. If you ever want to reach out and suggest, questions to answer on the show, things to do on the show, anything like that, you can reach out, email at podcast@gameovervideogames.com, or you can comment on the stream. Dan has something important to say here.
I'm on your video of the MTV video upload.
Yeah.
And there's one comment.
Okay.
That was a year ago. And somebody just comments the word old in all caps.
Okay. So YouTube videos are up there forever. You people know that, right? Like in the very beginning, when Game Over started, when that was done 15 years ago, not as many people used YouTube. It wasn't like everywhere. Nobody had a cell phone to use it on. But yeah, so apparently that video had no comments except one person commented a year ago, and just their comment was old. Nice. In all caps.
Old.
Old. You old bastard. Get that video down.
Why is this video so old? It literally says 2007 in the title.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So 2007 video in the title,
Ooh.
and then in 2021 somebody saw it and said old. So
Sorry, it's old.
You're a genius. You figured it out. You broke the code. Good job. Did you have a ring to do that? You little decoder ring? You figured it out. Man, good for you.
Awesome.
But anyway, there are some cool old videos on there, and yeah, a lot of them don't have many views, don't have many or any comments.
Fair warning, they're old.
So, but fair warning, yes, that's right. Dan says, be warned, they're old. So this is what I want you all to do this week. Anybody who watches this show and, enjoys Game Over, watch all the old videos on YouTube on the Game Over channel and put a comment. Something not old, but something original, like cool or nice video. Maybe can't wait to see the next one in 15 more years or something
David
like that.
Good in this video.
Man, look, David had hair. Good Lord.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, find your favorite Game Over video games video and comment on it. Put something on there. Something nice, I hope. Something, appropriate. But yeah, there's definitely some cool old stuff on there that's pretty funny. Anyway, so that is that. But yeah, email or comment and let me know what you want me to do on the show, what questions you'd like to hear answered. Suggest some boss battles, suggest some feature segments, suggest some interviews that we could do, anything like that for the show. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. So that's it for everything this week. So again, I'm traveling a lot the next few days. So if I'm out there in the world and you're out there in the world and we see each other, hey, just give me a hello, give me a high five or something. And I will see you all next week on the show, next Friday. So I hope you have a good week. Be safe out there. And that's all we got. Game over. Okay, I guess that's allowed.
Just a minute.
Okay, I'm going to make faces into the camera. Can you hear my neck crack when I do that? So, what's going on, people? What's going on?
Hello, it's me, Mario. Ho ho. Hello, I'm on my phone. No, it's on the Mario phone. Ho ho.
Marble Madness.
Oh, princess. Why do I have such a high voice? I don't know. Ho ho. Got to go now. Okay, bye bye.
Oops.
It was a successful event.
Have a good trip in there? That's good.